In accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975, notice of this meeting was posted on the bulletin board designed for that purpose, and notice was transmitted to the official newspapers provided by resolution adopted January 7th, 2023. Meeting notice has also been continually posted on the borough website. May I have a roll call?
Yes, Councilman Morgan is absent but excused. Is this not on? Councilwoman Phillips,
Here.
Councilman Otteson,
Here.
Councilwoman Russo,
Here.
Councilman Pagan.
Here.
And the mayor is absent but excused. Thank you.
Thank you. And if everybody can please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if you could just remain standing for a moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. We're now going to open it up for public comment on agenda items only. That's agenda items only. Please come up to the microphone, state your name and your address for the record. Okay, there'll be an opportunity for public comment at the end for anything that's not on the agenda.
What is the item on the agenda? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, you can't hear me?
No,
Okay, have you looked at the agenda for this evening?
no.
Okay,
They're back there.
Maybe that's the
that's okay.
It's all that?
You can give her a hold.
And you can also wait until the end of the meeting to give public comment as well, even if it's on the
I
agenda.
didn't see these copies
Back
on
there.
the.
There's three back there.
I didn't see the extra ones on the printer. That's why I have that one.
Yeah, are they not working? Is this on?
I don't think they're on.
Can you?
It's on?
They're not on.
How about now? Whoa,
There we go.
is
Okay.
this better?
Oh, much.
Dave, I heard that. Okay, seeing no comment, no public comment on agenda items only, moving on to the caucus work session. The first item on the agenda is Tanner Brewing. I'm not sure who was supposed to present that issue, Kelly.
So I believe the matter is that Tanner Brewing have to come before the planning board for some changes to his original application to the planning board that was approved a couple of years back. I know that Dave Tarashi can speak to the matter. I believe that council is tasked with either approving or not approving what's proposed at planning board. And I think that Dave could probably speak to what those changes were or what have been requested.
Okay, so it's my understanding that the planning board issued a conditional approval subject to the council's agreement. I think it would be better to have all of our council members here on that. I don't know if anyone else has any.
Yeah, and I think there were also graphics that were going to be provided to provide a graphic description of what was going on. That's my understanding.
Yeah, we were given the descriptive from the planning board and what they're requiring.
Yes, I saw that memo. Who said they were going to provide direct?
I was informed informally last night that there would be graphics so that we could have a visual associated with the written description.
Okay, great. So I think it may be best to table this for next meeting, if anyone has an objection.
Sorry to keep interrupting. It is the Tanner Brewing Company that I came to the meeting about. So if I can comment, if you would like comment, or is that too late?
We can bring back a public comment for that. Yes, you can start with the microphone.
Excuse me. My name is Ann McAdams. I live in Kings Run, condominium here in town. What I have to do, I'll swear.
Can you just say your name and address, that's all you have to do. It's as informal, just a discussion, questions.
Okay. Last week I did attend the planning board meeting about the Tanner Brewing business. And I don't have any problem with Tanner Brewing at all. But I do have a problem with what the owner is able to get away with in this town. He decides to do something and he does it. So he was there at the planning board to get permission to put tables and chairs out. But he had already put them out. And then he was told he wasn't able to, so he took them down. And was there to get permission. He was also there to get permission for an overhang to go over the tables and chairs. And he had already purchased what he said was an expensive product, and he had it all ready to go, to put up. And he had not gotten permission to do that. And this is my problem, is he decides to do things, and he doesn't, he puts things up. I'm very afraid that Tanner Brewery is gonna start looking like his corner here. He does whatever he wants. He puts up tables and chairs, I understand that's his business, but they take up quite an area. He has lots and lots of planters out there, and for many months there are dead flowers in them. The biggest thing that concerns me is his trash and recycles, which is on Atlantic Avenue, right in front, directly in front of our little railroad station, which is like the prize of the town. He also had, well, I don't know if he has, I don't know who has, a porta potty. It's been there for a couple of years now. I don't know if the town put that there, or if that's part of his work, I don't know.
Not sure.
I don't think it's related to it. Where's the porta potty?
It's
on the corner of Atlantic, right in front of the salon in St. Louis, but it is his, so he keeps it,
Is it for-
right at the farmer's market.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but does he have permission for that, and who pays for it?
He does,
He does.
Yeah.
Well, but does he have permission? Did he get permission for it?
that I don't know.
No, I just don't understand. I've been in town 45 years. I've never, ever seen a business owner just do what he wants to do. I know that he has brought things to town. He's brought entertainments to town, and I know that they've been very successful. I don't have any problem with that. It's wonderful. But as he said to me the other day, do you know what would happen to this town if I left it? I said, well, I guess we would continue. And he said, nobody would continue what I do in this town. So I'm very afraid that, granted, he does do things, but so do a lot of other people. And if he just continues to expand and do things as he likes, I'm afraid that's going to happen in his second property. And I don't understand why this can happen. And I don't understand why. I do understand he said his place is too small for trash and recycles, but that's not the town's problem. You know, I mean, what if everybody started putting their trash on that Atlantic Avenue? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know how he gets away with it. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you very much for your comments. We'll take them into consideration. That is one of the reasons that it's coming before us to review. He doesn't have anything out there right now. He's going through the channels. It's a conditional approval from planning board, and it's something that council will consider. And that's why I want to wait until we have all of our council members and our mayor here, so that it's a full discussion. But I absolutely hear your concerns, and I thank you for voicing them. All right, so the next matter on caucus session is the library HVAC system, and Councilman Addison will teach us about that.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, Chris Walter contacted me and Dave as well, because they had a severe leak of the air conditioning handler, which is in the library. It was leaking profusely from the fan to fan. They thought it was a major problem, and then Dave called out a company that came out and actually cleared the line. 2 other companies couldn't, so it improved the leak. Now they still have a slight leak, but he's got all temp going over there. I think they're going to come over in the next week or 2 and start taking the thing apart to see if it can be repaired. Around 8 years ago, we put in a new rooftop condenser, but the air handler dates back to like 1992. So Chris is in the process of getting, he was in the process of getting close to a potential replacement with them after evaluating repairs. said it's getting figures thrown out there for $100,000. So I was gonna just alert everybody that's probably gonna watch. Yeah.
So he's going to provide, quotes.
Yeah, he's in the process of getting him, and Dave had, his guy over there. You may be able to comment a little more on that.
We talked, I was sitting with Cal today when we called over there. So, multi-temp has to come and take the coil out. So they'll be down there for a day. They had a clock, which was the majority of the leak, which has been cleared. But there's a pan thrust. So, they need to take the coil out to try and configure a new pan to keep it going. So that hasn't happened just yet. We're hoping that'll be a fix. We keep them afloat for a while. But again, if we're gonna spend public funds on a building that we own, we're gonna have to go for engineering, spec it out, and go to public bid, so.
Right.
It'd be a tremendous expense for a building that size.
Yeah, you said they were exploring options too with, instead of putting a bigger unit in, running mini splits. So they're gonna do different methodology, I guess the engineers can help.
We did one mini split at the community center when a unit went, and it was like $14,000. For one mini split, in two separate rooms, so it'll be pricey, public building, public bid, public contract. But hopefully we'll just have to get him squared away, because he was at his wit's end before we, were able
So
to
they can
work
use
that
that
out.
back to constantly with the shop vac.
Yeah.
Or the library.
Yeah.
Smart. He was working with a smart company, they don't, no disrespect to them. Sometimes, you need a little bit more effort to figure it out.
Well, we'll stay in touch as we move forward and see what happens and make recommendations.
Yeah, Tom, keep me posted on that one because, my husband is in the business.
Yeah, okay.
I think we recommend at least not getting prices right now because we're getting out a really big heat wave.
Yeah.
So our prices.
October's the best time.
Well, hopefully this fix can last us at least till October.
Yeah.
And we can try to figure out what's next.
Yeah, he's managing the.
Yeah, he said it's okay for right now.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for addressing that.
No problem.
Anything else on that? Thanks, Tom. Okay, I think that concludes our public work session. So moving on to the approval of minutes of the July 18th, 2023 business meeting. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion by Hagan.
And a second.
Second by Russo.
All in favor? Any abstentions?
Russo abstained.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next is the approval of minutes of the July 18th, 2023 executive session minutes. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Okay, Councilman Addison, motion. Can I have a second?
Hagan second.
Councilman Hagan, second. And all in favor?
Aye.
Russo abstained.
Thank you. Next, we have the Borough Engineers Report.
Good evening, everyone. Craig Ryan, Fox Sessions. We submitted our written report, just want to highlight a couple things. Devon Avenue soccer fields, sod is installed.
Great.
It is anticipated that the field will be ready to be played on by August 15th, which was our date that we had set. However, the high school, I believe, has pushed their practices back a couple weeks to give it more time. I think the soccer association is looking into doing the same, so we may get a couple extra weeks for the soccer group.
Great.
Second thing is Hawks Park exercise equipment, that is in, complete, everything is, done with that, after by this afternoon. Topsoil and seed was placed around the outside of it, maybe touched up in the fall again, but the equipment's ready to use. And lastly is the Lake Street pump station, the emergency standby pumping equipment, pre-construction meeting is scheduled for next Friday, the 15th. So that project should be started next week. That's all I have, unless there's any questions.
Any questions?
Great progress.
Yeah, happy to hear about the sodding.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to unfinished business, we have the public hearing and final adoption of ordinance 2023-1532, ordinance of the Borough of Haddon Heights, County of Camden, and State of New Jersey, establishing new chapter 152 entitled lead-based paint. Yeah, and I have a motion to open public hearing on this final ordinance reading.
Russo, so moved.
May I have a second?
Allison second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So if any member of the public has a comment with respect to this ordinance, please feel free to step up to the mic. Seeing none. I have a motion to close the public hearing on this ordinance.
Honest motion.
Councilman Addison with the motion, may I have a second?
Hagan, second?
Councilman Hagan with the second, all in favor? Okay, so now I have a motion to approve the ordinance 2023:1532.
Russo, so moved.
Councilwoman Russo, motion, may I have a second?
Hagan, second?
Councilman Hagan with the second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to new business.
Roll call.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, roll call.
Okay. Councilwoman Phillips, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Councilman Addison.
Yes.
Councilwoman Russo.
Yes.
Councilman Pagan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for bearing with me. It's the first time I've led a meeting. I'm sure you can't tell. All right, moving on to new business, resolution 2023:142, resolution filling vacancy on council pursuant to NJSA 40A:16-4 at sequence municipal vacancy law. Resolution 2023:143, resolution of the Borough of Haddon Heights, Camden County, appointing conditional redeveloper and authorizing execution of a memorandum of understanding, Block 29, Lot 2. Resolution 2023:144, resolution approving active membership of Zachary Grace in the Haddon Heights Fire Department. Resolution 2023:145, resolution extending grace period for payment of third quarter 2023 tax bills. Resolution 2023:146, resolution authorizing cancellation of small tax balances. Resolution 2023:147, resolution authorizing tax exemption for a disabled veteran and refund of taxes, Skinner. Resolution 2023:148, resolution requesting the insertion of a special item of revenue in the budget of any county or municipality pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-87, Chapter 159, PL 1948, CY 2022 American Rescue Plan Firefighter Grant, ARP-FFG. Resolution 2023:149, resolution authorizing refund of summer recreation fees. Resolution 2023:150, resolution amending resolution 2023:33, resolution concerning appointments. And resolution 2023:151, resolution authorizing payment of bills and claims for the month of August. May I have a motion, please?
Honest motion.
Councilman Addison, motion, and a second, please.
Hagan, second?
Councilman Hagan with the second.
And Solicitor Long, I just have a question with respect to Resolution 142. I'm not sure whether there should be a nomination made of the three names that were presented from the
Do
board.
have three names presented?
We do have the three names?
Yeah, we can make a nomination.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we need to announce the names?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the names were Michael Madden, Kate Hearn, and Holly Cass. So we would just need a nomination as to the individual and then a vote. On that one individually.
Does that have to be a motion?
No, you can just say, as you had the motion, you can just say that the name of the individual was nominated.
So I would move for the nomination of Kate Herron.
Second.
And then you can just, then the vote will be to approve.
Okay.
So
So
we
we
can,
have a roll call vote.
we'll do a roll call vote on that, right? Okay.
Yeah, we can do it on all of them, or we can do it individually on that one and then do the rest of them if you want, either way.
Okay, we can do them all as a whole if
You can do
that's
them
fine.
all.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to do Councilwoman Phillips,
Yes.
Councilman Addison,
Yes.
Councilwoman Russo,
Yes.
and Councilman Pagan.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then we can right. All right, so now I would like to open it up for public comment on anything at all. Doesn't have to be in the agenda, anything you want to make a public comment about.
first, then Tom seconded.
Feel free to step up to the microphone. Please just state your name and your address for the record. Hello, sir.
My name is Phil Curran, I'm at 1001 Main Street, and I'm here to discuss the drainage problem. It's a new street, And I've had several conversations with, Greg Riley, Bach, Greg. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so, I had, written to the mayor and, given what my concerns were. Essentially, the new paved road with, new curbs, it doesn't drain, at the intersection of 11th and Green. And I wanted to go on record and hopefully, the engineer can tell us what is a remedial repair. Essentially, what the problem is that the intersection at 11th and Green is higher than down the street. And the water starts draining from down the street to the corner. So something has to occur to get the drain issue.
How deep is the water gate?
Can I approach it?
Sure.
I thought,
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mr. Riley can step up to the microphone and maybe, but since we have you here.
So this is after a very, very light rain. So it collects about that much and it sits there and dissipates through the evaporation.
So I spoke with Mr. Kern yesterday. This issue is on our punch list, has been on our punch list. The contractor was out there last week, reshooting grades, and they are aware that they installed it on per plan. So they will be back out to reinstall the gutter and repave on a 50-foot section of half the road from the center of the road to the gutter. And replace the concrete swale and widen it down to 5 feet instead of 4 feet to get the water from the corner that Mr. Byrne is referring to over to the inlet that was potentially designed to do. And all those additional improvements we've done have been called for now. It's a contractor bidding correctly, so we're going to fix it.
I have a question for our solicitor. Do you have to send them any kind of letter if it wasn't installed for?
No, it seems like it's part of the,
It's still,
It's
we're
part
still,
of-
it's part of the
still under
contract.
They're not
contract.
paid, right?
Okay.
Final payment's on it.
No, we're still.
Okay.
So we're still good. It's just like if they put a one screw in instead of the opposite, where they just gotta come back.
Touch and fix it. Did they give you any kind of timeline?
Yeah, they actually called you, did the call outs already. They said either this Friday or next Friday, they'll be at,
I have additional questions. What is Bach's responsibility to ensure that the work and the repair is done properly? Had it going to be made for repair, or is there something engaged in?
the original plan. The original plans have a proper gutter flow from the entire road down into the intersection. So they need to match the elevations that are shown in the original design.
So that's the repair.
And that's why they're coming back to fix it at no cost to us. I mean, they know the plans were fine, everything design was good, they just didn't install it as the plans had dictated. And that's why now they're coming back.
I will point out, it is a very flat road.
Right.
That's why it's concrete gutter across the entire stretch from Clover all the way down to Green. So it is a very flat road. However, we were able to meet the minimum requirement for DOT for the gutter fall. So as long as it's installed per the plan.
What's the responsibility of Bob to make sure that they?
We'll check it and double check it, and we will release retainage, we'll release the performance bond, or put in place the maintenance bond until everything gets broken down.
There's still a financial aspect that we're holding on to that will not get released until they look at it, they sign off on it, and everything's good to go.
Well, last time, there wasn't a survey instrument out there. Doing it with a 10-foot level, that was the setting elevation, so. concern is that that doesn't happen, and they should be out there with instruments. Setting the foundation.
I mean, that's a conversation. We cannot tell them how to do the job as long as it meets the DOT spec that we put out there. So getting into what instrumentation we use, means and methods, we can't do that. So as long as it's installed per plan, we go back out and check the elevations when they're done. That's pretty much all.
So Bach is gonna go back and check, and if it doesn't, if it's still, if they,
We'll tear it out again.
There is some water that's allowed to sit, but it's for a minimum time period, I think it's like a day.
So you're gonna ensure when you review it that the work matches the plans?
Yes.
And if it
And
doesn't,
you won't
we'll
release
tear it out.
payment until that occurs?
Yes.
Clock will be on it till it's done right.
And if you have any further concerns, sir, after the work is redone, of course, you're always welcome to voice
all
them.
right, well, I don't want to come to that point because.
I don't either.
Once it's in place, it's a pain in the neck to rip it up.
I agree with you.
I don't think they're gonna want to undertake.
I just hope they would not want to do it again, yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do you want your
Mr.
pictures
Barrett,
up?
would you like your photos?
Your pictures.
Oh,
Good at it.
Does anyone else have any public comment on any issue? Feel free to come up and state your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening. My name is Judy Giger. I live at Stanfield Towers on East Atlantic Avenue. And my concern, and I brought some newspaper articles with me, my concern is the demolishing of St. Mary's Episcopal Church. Is there going to be any discussion about that tonight?
No, not this evening. I think that the last that happened was, I think somebody was gonna hold a special meeting just for that issue.
That's all happened already?
No. I believe that there's going to be a special public meeting.
Oh, okay. Do you know when that is?
I do not know that it's been scheduled yet. Do you know, Kelly?
So the matter was discussed at the last HPC meeting. Part of that building is going to be demolished, but certainly not the original part of the church. And then there is going to be discussion at the August Historic Preservation Commission meeting, which is the last Thursday of the month, August, on the design of a proposed new building.
Okay.
That's the Historic Preservation Committee meeting.
Well, once the back of the church is removed and the Senior Citizens Housing Corporation is going to build an $8.2 million 4-story, 36-unit apartment building, the range of income would be from $40,000 to $82,000, I believe, per year. And it just seems awfully strange to me that people in that income range would want to live next door to a school, down the street from a railroad, a lot of traffic on the White Horse Pike, and it just seems kind of odd, but I thought you would be discussing it tonight. I don't want to take up your time with this.
No, that's okay, but it's going to be on, so the demolition portion of it was already discussed at the last Historic Preservation Committee.
Okay, so
But at the next Historic Preservation Committee, which is the last Thursday of the month of August,
last day of the month.
the last Thursday of the month,
Thursday,
the Historic Preservation Committee will be hearing the proposal on that building.
on that building.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
That's what I.
Yeah, so you could go to that and you'd be able to give your public comment at that Historic Preservation Committee.
I see. We, the people at Stanfield Towers are very concerned because we would like to know, you know, if people that don't get into this 4-story building are going to come down to Stanfield Towers, or exactly what's going to happen there.
They have a wait list they have to get on. The process will change.
Well, I'll wait till the end of the month then. Thank you.
Just for, it's at, August 31st at 7 p.m.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other public comment? Okay. Seeing none. There's no executive session this evening, so motion to adjourn, please.
Some motion.
Councilman Addison, the motion.
Hagan, second.
Councilman Hagan, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.